Greetings. Today, the moon continues in Taurus, bringing an earthy vibe. So, focusing on your body and getting grounded and what your body needs in terms of good food, good rest, good connections to the earth. We also have Neptune now in Aries, so some shifting energies, but we still have a lot of planets in Pisces. So there are some confusing dynamics going on. I'll try to break it down for you today. I am Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Monday, March 31st. Last day of March, so we're closing out the month here and really beginning a new moon cycle. We are still at the beginning of this Aries moon cycle that began with the Aries new moon and solar eclipse on Saturday. And so have been sharing a lot about the energies that we had over the weekend and some significant shifts and profound opportunities to experience shifts in consciousness, shifts in possibility, things moving, turning points happening. So, again, this is going to unfold over time. So, whether or not you noticed anything shifting or changing over the weekend, things have and are moving at subtle levels that will continue to unfold in powerful ways over the coming weeks and months. So this has to do with the Aries energy of action, movement, taking action, finding your courage, standing up for defending and protecting what is important to you, taking a stand, taking action and action steps that bring something meaningful in your life to fruition or help it move forward. So we have that Aries energy, and this moon cycle is a potent one because it began with an eclipse, but we're also focusing on that Aries energy, this moon cycle of emergence and discovering who we are, right? New beginnings, initiating, starting projects, taking action in a new direction. But the big but here is that we also have Mercury retrograde in Pisces, Venus retrograde in Pisces. So not only are these two personal planets retrograde currently, meaning they're not moving forward and their energy is not really supportive of forward movement on things, but also it's in Pisces, which has this tendency to dissolve things. So dissolving means it might be hard to see your way forward. There can be a fog of confusion, and it's a good time to really honor your need to just be because things are moving on the inside, right? With retrograde planets, the energy goes inward. So what is working itself out is taking place internally, inside. Let yourself be, let yourself feel. And we can support that by thinking about today's Taurus moon, bringing about themes of grounding and connecting with the earth, focusing on your body, your body's needs. So as you do those things, it can be deeply supportive of your inner process and the energies that are moving, figuring themselves out internally, finding their way. And so the energy of Pisces is now impacted by the fact that Neptune is in Aries. We have a lot of complicated energies going on here. So Neptune is the great dissolver. It has that tendency to obscure clarity, right? So you cannot see clearly the way forward. It's almost like you're on the path, but there's fog everywhere and it's hard to see where the path goes. So thinking about this in terms of also the Neptune energy that brings in new clarity, a new sense of what is true in the bigger picture. And so that's why going inward can also support you in connecting with what you need in that bigger picture. What is being worked out that has to do with a bigger truth, a more meaningful picture for you. And as you do that for yourself, you also support that in the collective. You become that drop in the ocean that is working together with all the other little drops in the ocean to facilitate a new awareness, a new sense of self, a new sense of can we be moving in the same direction in terms of finding that bigger picture of meaning, of principle, of what it is we care about together collectively. So finding your people, finding your places where you can experience this courage and connection to the bigger picture, to support yourself in whatever actions in your life will help you feel that bigger picture of meaning and how to align with that both internally and externally. So we have the Aries energy of moving forward. We also have this retrograde energy in Pisces that is not only reviewing we're old territory where we've already been, so going backwards, but it's also in this Piscean energy that can bring sort of a fog of confusion, of losing your sense of clarity or direction. But what is happening in that process is you're being invited to connect with a bigger picture of truth and how that bigger picture of truth connects you in the collective to other beings as you transcend your own personal self to be part of something that is bigger than you, part of a movement, part of a bigger picture of caring, part of a bigger picture principle that matters to you, and getting involved or sharing yourself, your essence in ways that are meaningful to you and also can be a contribution to creating positive outcomes in the world around you, helping to shape the future. And so remember that the future is is there, right? It has not happened yet. And so we are in the process of creating that future. Our choices in the present affect that future. We can not necessarily control the future, but we can put our efforts in with a positive belief in that future, and that helps to create the positive things that we want to see. So hopefully that's helpful. Thanks for being here. Keep doing your good self-care, focusing on your body, and as you slow down, connect with the earth, know that there is a bigger picture of energy and clarity moving inside of you. So hopefully you feel that connection and can support yourself in what it is you need today and tomorrow for this Taurus moon around midnight or a little after midnight Pacific time. Tuesday, we have the moon joining up with Uranus, so bringing uh, that vibe of shake up and change and shift, right? That they can it can be a good thing if we are pointing ourselves in the right direction. Thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me and how to book a reading with me at astrologyheals.com. Thanks for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.